Man, these weeks are flying over, aren't they? It's Tuesday again. We've got some gardening to be going. Hope you guys are doing class. Hope you are getting out and about, vigilantly and safely, of course. We're in bank holiday weekend. We've just finished bank holiday weekend, end of May, and it's absolutely glorious weather. Good time to do some gardening. Everything's kind of sprouting up and looking pretty good at the minute. It's absolutely steaming hot today. So what I've had to do is I've had to adapt my normal farmer's gardening outfit to some lederhosen, yeah? Yeah, it keeps my legs super cool in the hot weather. So you'll have to see my legs a bit. So today what we're going to be doing, guys, we're going to be getting some cuttings from trees, some bushes and things like that, some brambles, some berry bushes, and we're going to try and score some free plants. We're going to be using a couple of techniques. We're going to be using our normal growing medium mixed with a bit of sand or growing sand, just to kind of get some more drainage to it, and hydroponics. Fancy word, I know. Which is basically you just use water. You put the shoots in water and allow the roots to grow. We'll be having a look at that, and we'll get you guys some free plants to grow in the future, right? So what we need some secateurs, and we need to get cutting. Okay, first of all though, I'm going to take you into the polytunnel and I'm going to show you how to get your medium sorted. It's just a pretty much mixture of 50-50, and we'll get going. Score, see you in there. So guys, before we start getting our cuttings, we're going to prepare our potting medium, alright? So it comes in two main components. We've got this, which is potting sand, potting grate, gardener's grate, whatever you want to call it. It's just really coarse, thick sand. This will allow for the drainage and really help the roots kind of come out when we've planted them in here. The second thing I've got is, you can get these from pretty much any garden centre. It's a little disc. Online, I think I got mine online from any reputable retailer, which will not remain named. It's basically a kind of mixture. It's compressed compost and coconut husk, which is really good for the roots to grab onto and give it loads of nutrients. So these are really compressed. It will grow in size. So what you need to do is take said disc, stick it in a plate of sorts or a pot, and simply add water and watch it grow. Rise, my beauty, rise. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit more. Okay, and we'll watch it going from flat, getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, so while that's going away, here's one I made earlier. So what I've done is I've taken some, here's not one I made, this is one I made earlier. I've taken 50-50, so half of the compost or half of the husk and compost mixed with some soil. I've patted it down quite a bit to create, so it'll hold the stems when we get them, or hold the cuttings when we get them. We're going to have a look into getting some cuttings from, I think we've got some raspberries outside, some gooseberries, some blackberries. We'll do some rosemary and some lavender, I think. Make these plants go a really long way. If you're going out and about in your parks or on your walks, find a bramble bush, mind the thorns or the prickly bits, but cut off, take the secateurs with you and cut off some of the shoots, and we'll be able to get some growing for you in your back gardens or wherever you plan to grow them. So I'm going to go outside. We've got our husks, we've got our ever-growing compost and husks mixture, and we've got everything to start growing. Okay, so get outside, get your scissors or get your secateurs, and I'll get cutting. So here I am with Mr. Blackcurrant and Miss Gooseberry, or as we name Mr. Bruce and Jemima, because gooseberry, it's a goose, and Jemima Puddle Duck's a goose, and Jemima, goose, berry, puddle duck, goose thing. Get it? Yeah, fun. Okay, so what I've got is I've got some cuttings that I've got from our raspberry vines at the back, some rosemary and some lavender. I'm going to teach us how to get some of your cuttings from these lovely trees. But first, what we need is, this is the raspberry one. These little things, these bumps up and down, are called nodes. Okay, these are the things where the plant will grow from, or the roots will shoot from. When you will get them under in our potting medium, either our water or our sand and husk / compost mixture. So what you're wanting is about 4 to 6 nodes. 2 of them are going to be submerged in the medium, or going to be submerged in the water when we plant them in. As you can see with the rosemary, it's gone right down to the shoot, so you can see the nodes where the little flowers are coming off. You can just peel them back, so that's ready to go. Okay, see the nodes are still there. Okay, same with the rosemary, or the lavender, sorry, is we can pluck these back. Be careful not to rip them off. And yeah, that'll be ready to go and be potted into our plant in medium. So what we want to do is, I'm going to choose some of these shoots that don't have much berries growing on them, because I don't want to impede them from flourishing, or from flowering and getting fruit from, or berries from, not fruit. So I'm going to choose one that doesn't have much. Okay, so this one at the back here. So what we're going to do is count your nodes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you're just going to cut underneath the bottom node, and there we have it. And this is just about ready to pot. Okay, I'm going to do the same with the blackberry or blackcurrant leaf. So this is going to be, so the roots can really kind of come out and flourish, and this will take a couple of weeks for it to be potted into the ground, but you'll see some of the hard work of the growing of the roots coming up pretty promptly, especially in the hydroponics. So again, we're going to choose a nice bit of this that isn't going to be affected by the growth, obviously a lot longer. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 nodes there. Okay, again, just carefully remove some of the leaves, and that's ready to pot. So we'll have a walk over to the raspberry vines. I'll show you the same thing over there. Again, you'll need your secateurs, and you'll need your counting brains. Yeah, so let's have a pop over and we'll have a look at that. Okay, be you over there. Raspberry vines. Right, I'm going to try me damnedest to do this one-handed. This is where we need to have a partner in crime. Okay, so loads of raspberry vines. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a look for a one that is struggling at the tip. I think we have one right there. And what we're going to do is, can we see? Yeah, we're just going to cut it towards the bottom, and we'll neaten that up in a bit. Okay, so we have more than 5 or 6 nodes on there. So what you can do is, we're just gonna cut these back, get rid of all those dead plants, things that aren't growing so well, and then we're going to cut that in half. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're going to count up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then cut it just about there. Okay, easy as that, without having to see my lovely face. Okay, so we're going to go in and we're going to pot these. Okay, okay guys, we're ready to pot. Now this is where it gets really complex. Okay, so we'll need your full attention. So we've got our potting medium, our sand and husk and compost. We've got our cuttings, which I've just laid on top. Now we'll start with the rosemary, okay, because obviously this is the most complex. We're going to make sure we pat down the soil. Okay, take the bottom of it and stick it in the soil. Now if you didn't get that, we'll move on to the gooseberry. You take the gooseberry, pat the soil. It's as easy as that, guys. All you're doing is making sure the nodes are submerged underneath your potting medium, and then it's ready to go. Okay, not rocket science. Okay, so you can put more than one in a pot. I'm going to do that with our raspberry shoots. Literally stick them in, ready to go. Finally, blackcurrant, get that right in there. Might need a bit of a pat down that one. And then finally, as always, give them a wee bit of a water. And that's it. It's as simple as that, getting free plants, free cuttings from absolutely anywhere, okay? So the next part of it, I'm just going to move these aside so you can see. Seriously guys, simple as that. Free plants. Obviously, if you're going to be doing it, if you see a neighbour's garden, ask them. Don't just run in there and pick. But if you see them on a walk, again, parks, any fields, if you see any bramble bushes, anything that's growing, you can take cuttings from them. So the little part of hydroponics, okay, it just basically, it's grown without soil and using water instead. So what I've got is, I've got a glass jar and I've filled it with water, left about an inch off the top. I'm using glass because the plastic can get in and contaminate the water over time, so glass is a good thing to do this. What I've done is any paper cup you can get from a reputable or any coffee shop, any sort. What I've done is I put a hole in the bottom and this just sits on the top just to keep our lovely raspberry vine in place. Now again, with these guys you need to have 2 nodes submerged in water, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to push this down so the 2 nodes are there, and there we have it. Leave this on a lovely warm place, a windowsill, somewhere that's quite warm, gets a lot of sunlight, and that's it. That's as simple as how we're going to get our cuttings from out and about and grow for free. Over time, this is going to grow into bushes and trees and things like that. I'll show you now one that I did last year, which was from a fig cutting, and it's really starting to flourish and really starting to grow some badass leaves. Yeah, so I'll go get that, I'll show you, and then that's how the progression can go. See you in 2. So guys, this is our plant that we planted last year. Or what we got cuttings from last year, using the same technique as just sticking them in the medium. It's really started to grow, and the leaves are just flourishing at the minute. It was pretty much nothing 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and now the leaves are really coming out. It hasn't started fruit yet, but this time hopefully we'll get this transplanted into the ground and have a gloriously massive fig tree. Again, these are things you can grow from home and grow from anywhere, from any source. Ask your friends if they've got any plants or any big bushes and trees you can get cuttings from, and it's a simple and free way to get yourself some free plants. This works again with house plants. You can use the same technique. Hydroponics works. Phonics is sound. Hydroponics is works quite well with your house plants. The cuttings from, just make sure you've got some nodes on the shoot to you know, help it grow. Get the shoots and roots coming from. Okay, so we're looking class, guys. We're having a good garden time. I think everything's starting to come up, so I've seen you all growing stuff. I've seen you on the forums. Let us know what you're growing. Let us know what you're wanting to grow, and we can hopefully have a big grand food party at the end of it with all of our growings. Yeah, please stay safe as always, guys. You are amazing. You're doing a great job, and I'll see you as soon as time will let us. Okay? Bye. Peace and love. All me best. Bye.